Mm, okay.
Mm-mm.
And so you didn't even get into like where are you from? Because I know you're from Berkeley. Like you were born in well, no, were you even born in Berkeley or were you born in like Texas?
So I'm gonna give you a spill. All right. So I was born at Alta Base Hospital
Yeah, I
in
was gonna
Berkeley,
say we were
California.
both born in the same hospital for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Was raised in Oakland, like West Oakland, till like I was like 5 years old, and then moved to Texas, and then stayed out in Texas till I was like 14, 15. Came back out to California, and then went right back to like South Berkeley, basically. Went to Willard. I went to Berkeley High. Um, I stayed like right across the street from like the Haskell and Mabel Mini Park. So like if you
Okay.
know where like that is, like it's like down the street from San Pablo Avenue, basically.
And so was it like a culture shock going from Texas to Berkeley or like
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I was just saying this yesterday with my homie. I was saying that coming from California, coming to Texas is crazy because Texas has a lot of politics. Like they have like a lot of gang politics. So it was like me going to like schools in poverty areas basically where it's like all right, Crip neighborhoods, blood neighborhoods and all that basically. And just going through shit basically. Like I went through shit in Texas that I didn't go through in California. And it was crazy. Imagine me going to school and your history teacher is a OG like Crip basically, and then like all the dudes in your class are banging basically, but you're the only one not banging. You're the only one that like is the odd one out basically. And coming from California, all my uncles and my dads were calling each other, blood and shit like that. Like what's up, blood? Like casual and shit. But
right?
it was not on like gang shit. They weren't blood type shit basically.
It's just how you
But
talk.
yeah, that's just how we talk in the Bay, basically. But in Texas, it was just a whole different curriculum. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. Like mom and dad separated, and so when my mom and dad separated, my dad moved back to California. Mom fell on hard times for a little bit, and so we moved to the hood. And I don't know, it changed my experience basically of being myself, of not acting fake basically, because I
Mm,
didn't want to act like them.
mm,
I wanted to be myself, but I always got, picked on for trying to be myself.
mm.
And I don't know, that's why I used to fight a lot. I used to fight way too much. And it wasn't for my enjoyment, it's because like, I don't know, it was the shit to do.
I feel. And so how did you get out of that? Like what was your salvation from that?
Writing, writing. Like I was writing music back in sixth grade. Like I have papers. I have like old notebook papers of like me writing and drawing basically, and like from 2012 2008, me like writing L2F. So like I literally started L2F from the ground up basically. Not even from the ground up. We still on the ground, but it's gonna take off soon. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, man. I've always been musically inclined. One person that got me through a lot of trouble basically was Lupe Fiasco, the Food and Liquor album. That first
Mm,
Food and Liquor album was like the soundtrack to my life. Him and Pharrell Williams, NERD, Seeing Sounds.
mm,
That album changed
mm.
my musical, you know, uh, taste basically because it was amazing. It was like hearing Tyler, like it was like hearing like Flower Boy, like back then, basically. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
And these are the people that went to inspire Tyler. So,
Yeah,
it's just like a path, like a tree.
yeah. Pharrell does that. Pharrell does that. He brings the musical genius out.
That's how I feel about
Mm.
Kanye too. Like,
Kanye as well. Yeah, Kanye is the goat, and he's highly slept on. I don't like people that hate Kanye because Kanye's been through a lot of stuff.
right. Yeah, man. Like I'ma always respect his artistry and respect him as a person, even though I don't agree with his actions and the things
Yeah.
that he says. But if you really look at his whole life, he's gone through a lot and he still is.
Hmm.
So it's just wild. what I was going to get into, you know, with this whole pandemic and the shift that the world and society has been going through, how has this affected you? What steps have you been taking to decompress from this negativity and improve your mental health?
I don't know. I say gardening improves my mental health. Like it's like a sense of clarity. Like you're just like out there planting or just moving plants around. Being in the garden with my grandmother is just like so surreal. And I've tripped in the backyard with my grandmother before. Like I've done acid with my
What?
grandma, smoked weed with my
Okay,
grandma.
shout out to grandma. Okay.
Oh yeah, dude, you should have seen her when she was in Oakland. She was wilding.
Who is she? Was she like a Black Panther grandma or something or what?
So, granddad went to same school that you go to, San Francisco.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, a lot of people did, honestly.
he got his doctorates. Granddad was basically a black historian. Basically, he traveled all around the world teaching black history. Um, my grandmother on the other side, she always had a green thumb. She was a model as well. Like she modeled all throughout Oakland and San Francisco, all the Bay. Um, she's always been like a mentor, basically, like somebody that everybody goes to. Like she's kind of like a shaman. Like she's like the she's the mother of the group, basically. Like she's the queen of the tribe, basically. She used to have like a babysitting company, basically in Oakland, where like all the kids around like West Oakland used to come to the babysitting. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy. Life.
Man. Yeah, man. I uh I recently got into the history of West Oakland, and it actually used to be like a real poppin' area for black people. Like my
Yeah.
grandmother actually grew up in West Oakland, but like way back in the day off of 7th Street. You should look into it sometime, you know. All these places, they exist and they get taken down and then we never learn about them.
I mean, I wanna build a sanctuary just for like people of color. I'm not saying African Americans in general, just people of color, because I don't feel like there's enough safe spots for people of color. I don't feel like there's enough, you know, freedom for us in this small world. I feel like we always get taken advantage of, and I'm tired of getting taken advantage of, to be honest.
It sounds like you have a lot of big plans for the future. Like a lot is
There,
coming.
I promise to God, if I ever sign a deal, I told my grandmother, I was like, I told my whole family, I was like, if I ever sign a deal for over 2 million, we're we're buying a lot of space. We're buying a lot of space, and we're renting for low. Because if I have money, I don't care about money. I never really cared about money. Money is materialistic. It never lasts long, and you can't take it when you're gone. So what's the point of money? What is this? What is the point of this currency that we're handling and we're dying over every day? I don't know. But if I ever hit rich, bro, like just know that everybody that I know that mess with me, that I trust, that I love, basically, everybody's taken care of. Because there's no reason not to take care of your people if you're up. There's no reason to not give a person, you know, what they need. If you're in your good, you know, if you're in a good position, you can take care of people. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm. I respect it. I mean, there is a whole other side to it as well. But, you
it
know,
is.
I think a lot of people, to play devil's advocate, I do think a lot of people go into it with that perspective. And then life, you know, life comes at
Yeah.
them. And people do change. Like the people who get the money change, and the people around the people who get the money, you know, they also change. So,
Yeah, I understand that. I understand. That's why I said I have to really love you and trust you. You feel me? For me to be able to, you know, give into you like that. But at the same time, if you know me, you know I don't care for money. You know I don't need money to live. I don't need money to be happy. Money is just the root of all evil. That's why I don't really like it. I don't want, like, if I was ever in a position to change laws, money wouldn't even be a thing. Like, this currency that we're using wouldn't be a thing. I would go back to the trade system, to be honest, or hunter and gatherers. Like, we can make it all up. The food is infinite. Come on now. Money is infinite because you print it. But sure.
Nah, I know what you mean. All this is it's all made up at the end of the day. Like we struggle for so much in America and we have all these problems and the government says that there's not enough to go around and we can't, like Tupac said, we can't feed the poor, we got money for war. We got money to send to all these other countries. We got space to bring in all these, well, certain refugees from certain places we got space for, but then other refugees from other places, you know what I mean? We don't got the space,
Yeah,
but it's stuff like that.
dude, I can't. I really can't take it, bro. I like. I don't. I don't appreciate like how we look at each other, or how we act towards each other, or how they act towards us as well. I I don't like our worldly look because we're so divided. And I feel like that's the only reason that we're in this situation right now is because of this division, because we have been divided. Because if the world was one, there would be no poverty, there would be no killing,
Yeah.
there would be no, like,
Yeah, I agree, but it's all by design. Like all these things, they want us all hating each other.
yeah,
They want us all at war. It's all a business. Like all these things. They want people going to jail. They want people committing crimes. They want people on drugs. They want people homeless. They want, you know what I mean? They want us oppressed and angry and in fear, and they don't want us creating art. The art that they want us creating, they want us creating it for the purpose of capitalism and making money and perpetuating the same stereotypes and bullshit. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And that's another topic that I like to touch on is because like the music that we listen to affects us spiritually
Mm-hmm.
and emotionally. Like
Right.
vibrations are fucking real. Like you feel me? Like I've listened to a song before and I would just feel like, oh yeah, this song is just dark. Like bro, like it made me think dark thoughts. Then I listen to another song and I'm just like, oh, I love this vibe. Like I'm into it. Like oh my god, oh, if I ever heard heaven, this is it. If I ever heard hell, this is it. And I'm just like, this is crazy because people don't know how much power they have, and that's what I try to express to my young dudes that's making music. I'm like, bro, try to tell my cousin, I'm like, do you really want like your mom to hear this? You feel me? Do you want your family to hear this? You want these people to play this to remember you when you're gone type shit? You feel me? Is this the energy that you want to keep floating around the room? And I'm like, hey, you're gonna be in that same spot if you keep on putting out that same energy because you feeding it to yourself.
I think that balance is key with everything. Balance is key, and I think you got to be able to branch out or grow in at least some other direction. You can't always be on one frequency, especially if it's like a angry, hostile frequency. You know what I mean? But that is what the powers that be. That's what they want us to be on. That's what they want. Rap and hip hop and black folks, like they want us to be on that, and so they're gonna continue to like promote those type of artists and that type of music. And even if those type of artists want to do different things, the industry wants to keep people in a box.
Yeah, they can't. They can't. That's why I said if I ever sign, I don't want anybody to freaking have control over me because they can control the way you put your music out. They could control what you put out. And I'm just like, man, that's not for me.
Mm-hmm. Man, Neosouled Radio, we are here with L2F AB. I just want to thank you again for your time. This has been a great discussion. I just want to know, what other advice do you have for aspiring artists, musicians, or really anybody out there who, is a visionary like yourself?
Don't ever let nobody tell you that you slept on. Don't let anybody stunt your growth as well. Because I think I've done that before, hanging around different people, and I've made different music basically. Like I was telling, my roommate basically, it's like when I was hanging around this group of friends, I was making this music because that's the music that they were making. But when I switched up and I got introduced to like underground hip hop, like Tech Nine and Hobson, and basically like I got into Eminem, so like lyrical stuff basically. It switched my way of rapping basically to like where I'm a mental rapper now basically.
Your vibration raised.
Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. It's called The Neatest Freak. This is where this like when that song dropped, that was the shift in my whole direction. as a shift in my trajectory. Like it shifted me to be like the astronomical being of like AB. But it's
The
a song
neatest
called
freak.
yeah, the neatest freak.
Okay.
And it's not L2F AB, it's just AB, I think. Or it might be anonymous AB. I don't know. I used to go by hella different names. I can't pick.
Do you have alter egos, or is this like a Nicki Minaj situation, or like what
Yeah,
is
it's
this?
alter egos, dude.
Who are these alter egos? Because I know you're going by different names.
Yeah, bro. I have Ashanti. That's the regular me. That's like the person you're getting now.
Hmm.
Um, AB. AB is kind of like the hood guy, basically. No, I don't want to say the hood guy. You could say that he's like the conscious rapper, basically. And
Mm.
then you got like the hood guy, basically, which is like anonymous, because like no, anybody could be that. Anybody could do this, basically. Anybody could rap like this, but at the same time, it's just like it's hard. It's hard as fuck, and he don't give a fuck. He'll say whatever, and the punchlines just hit. Like Billion Berry Bounty, that was a anonymous AB song right there. Shoot, man. Yeah, dude, I got hecka personas though.
Nice, bro. I'm excited for your growth, and I'm excited to hear more from you. You know.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I gotta send you something, bro. I wanna see your reaction when you hear this song. I have a song called The Apostle. I have a feature on there with my homie Quake, and it's crazy because I was reading the book The Apostle, basically. That's where I got the inspiration from. And then I was just like, you know what, never mind, I'm gonna be like, Jesus in here. And I was like learning how to walk on water, basically. And that's like the chorus of the song. And then I switch it up. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm Moses with the stick. Never mind. I'm Poseidon, how I'm moving these waves. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm jumping around basically, but it's crazy. I'm gonna send it to you, and I
Yeah,
want to
shoot
get
this to
like your
me.
insights on it.
Definitely.
It's unedited though. It's called The Apostle, but when I send it to you, it's probably gonna be called Walk on Water, because that's the chorus.
Walk on Water, L2F AB, Neosouled radio exclusive. You know.
Oh, hold on. You want me to send it right now?
Hot new hip hop. Go ahead, you can sit it right now. Okay, AB. So thank you so much for your time. Is there, anything else you want to speak on? Where can we find you? Any projects? I know you mentioned that you have a record label that you just started, but I didn't get the name. And you mentioned your last project with Mafioso, but I didn't get the title. So if you want to, name drop some stuff.
I got you. I got you. All right. So record label is called All Stars No Stripes Records, basically ASNS Records. So
Okay.
abbreviations ASNS.
ASNS.
All Stars No Stripes. Cause all right. So the background on this is that I made it when I was like in middle school because I was around a lot of gang politics and I felt like there was no need for you to go outside and try to make earn your stripes. Basically, I feel like we're all stars. You feel me? So there's no point in even trying to doing that. That's where that came from, basically, because I wanted to go in a different direction. The project that I was on Mafioso with is called it's actually called L2F.
Mm, mm.
So you can look it up
Is that the one with the
anywhere.
black and white cover or no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Out the window. First song. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I missed that song. That song was like I built up a lot of hype around that song. Man, I don't even listen to it anymore. That's crazy. I
We'll
don't
go
listen
back
to
to it.
half my music, dude. Right? Because I really just be speaking to myself.
I feel it. I go back and listen to my old stuff or like look at my old projects that I don't give enough love to, and then you find stuff that you're like, oh shit, I was actually onto something here.
Dude, I
So
still listen to you on freaking SoundCloud every day. You talking about? You got some good mixes, bro. Your mixes is
oh, thank you,
crazy.
man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get back on it.
Favorite one is when I die, I hope you bury me, nigga. Oh no, that shit go dumb. Yeah, that shit crazy.
Man, more
That shit
mixes
crazy.
coming soon.
Bro, please, bless. Can you make me beats too, bro? Because I was listening to your beats as well. And I was just like, bro, I need some, bro.
I don't
I need
even
some,
make beats, bro.
bro. I need
I
some, bro.
haven't I haven't made beats in the longest, man. It's coming. It's coming.
If you hear some of your old beats or some new projects, bro, just know you getting credit for it.
All right, for sure, for sure. Respect, respect. All right then, bro. Neosouled Radio. This has been Kyrie Nashim with L2F AB. Thank you so much for your time and coming and highlighting your music and your vision.
It's been a long time, bro. Hey, I'll see you when I slide back.
Yo, peace out.
I could teach a man's how to dance. I could teach a man's how to dance. In space, we be X-Men.